What's going on, everybody? What's going on? Coach Reg back on deck with the first one on this YouTube video for all the chosen ones. Now, for my chosen ones, it has been a wild time for us, hasn't it? Has it been a time for us? And today we're going to discuss the topic of familia, family, or what we think is our family, and that we're finding out many of them are just the blood that are tied to the bodies that we currently exist in right now. Because last time I checked, when I buy a car at Honda or Toyota, it's not related to the car that was made next to it just because it looks the same or runs the same. Can't we find that out? Now, we're going to discuss the topic of chosen ones and family today, because a lot of us are having a lot of difficulty with our families, and many of us don't know what to do. Now, right now, many of our gifts are beginning to activate. And with this happening, first we find truth, and then we find spirituality, and then we find many things, whatever way you want to go. But many of our family members that are supposed to be those who love us, supposed to be those that are supposed to support us, are the ones who actually reject us first and make us so angry that we go out and find other groups to fit into. Because ever since many of us are children, we didn't fit in with them. We always felt different. We always questioned. Many of us maybe have had trouble in school, and our family made us feel like we were dumb. But come to find out, when we grew up, we actually aren't dumb. Come to find out that many of us have been poisoned for our entire childhoods, which is probably why we couldn't focus in the first place, right? Now, at the end of the day, as chosen ones, we chose these families because we were here to break the generational curses with these families. So the type of families we normally chose are the families that were heavily involved in Christianity or heavily involved in criminal activity or whatever it may be. We had to delve into this so deep and gain the experience of these things our family has been indoctrinated into to make us hate it to a point where we just say, we're not doing this because we didn't come here to be like them. Now, by doing this, by rejecting what everybody goes along with, now we become the one who is what? The ugly duckling, the black sheep, the one who is not like anybody else, and you are now alone. Many of us are going through this particular time, and many of us are alone. Now, if you find a person who is on the same wavelength of you, as far as a partner, as far as a friend, my advice to you is keep that person for as long as you possibly can. Now, at the end of the day, when we choose family, we're choosing to go through the things that we're going through now. And many of our family members may have made agreements to make it more difficult for us at these times so we can use the anger, transmute it, and then elevate. So if we look at it from the macrocosm of things, they're doing exactly what they want us to do. We can't look for them to wake up. They're not supposed to wake up right now. That's not their thing. And let me ask you a question. Do you like the alarm clock? What do you do with the alarm clock when you're not ready to wake up? You hit the damn snooze button. And you have been a snooze button for your family for a very long time. So if you're tired of getting hit, stop trying to wake them up and go out into the real world and do your job. Because as a chosen one, you have a particular ability or skill or gift that is meant to help more people than just the people that are around you. And I'm going to challenge you even more. If you wake your family up, you may even be content and not do the mission that you're supposed to do on this planet. So they're doing what they're supposed to do. Now, at this particular time, a lot of our family members, the blood members of our family, are now forming groups against us. They are being revealed to us for who they always have been. And it's becoming so blatant for many of us that we are forced to separate from the chaotic, from the destructive, from the toxic energy so you can heal yourself. By healing yourself, you heal those people who now have betrayed you, now have rejected you, have been rejecting you. You are healing them still by healing yourself. Now, as far as what's coming next, many of them may not survive. No. Many of them will not survive because now you're doing the shadow work. And this particular family and bloodline that you have incarnated into when they do leave this matrix or are left behind and they do pass away, because there's no death at all, they will come back as our children's children or our children. So we're still going to do our job at the end of the day. You're going to get a lot of envy. Do you get envy? You're going to get a lot of jealousy. Do you get jealousy? Do you feel like people are talking about you behind your back that you're supposed to trust? Do you feel like that? Because if you do, it's probably because your spiritual capabilities are becoming heightened. You are doubting less because you're feeling it in your spirit that you can't trust these people. And when you allow your intuition to flow, more people in your life will be revealed to you, because it's trying to tell you to leave them. Now, in this matrix construct, we're told that, blood is thicker than water. But is it really? Because with many of the experiences for many people I've talked to and the experience of myself, the spirit is thicker than all things. And it's thicker than blood. It's thicker than water. Because we find our spirit family, when I began speaking these languages, our spirits heard that and said, yo, you sound familiar. It sounds familiar. I can't put my finger on it, but it sounded familiar. This is what we call left-brained spirit conversation. Not the logic mind that has been heavily programmed since childbirth. The right brain that they chose and forced into silence, that you're beginning to use more than ever right now. And if you ever tried to play these languages or speak these languages in front of those individuals, what you deemed as familiar, family, blood, they would just look at you like the dog that you make noises at. And it's like this, what's that? What's that? Why? Because there is a deeper purpose that you have to play out in this game. And it's with your actual family, who soon you will find, who soon you will convene with, who soon you will build with. And if you embrace the isolation that you are in right now and use it to develop self, to build relationships with those people that you manifest in your life by becoming who you want to be, becoming who it is you want to attract, then you will find out who it is you attract, but only if you change yourself first. Otherwise, you're going to continue to attract those individuals which continue to piss you off, because when you do that, you are pissing yourself off, because everybody is a reflection of you. And when you are around individuals, all right, if you're around individuals too long, you are going to pay the ultimate price, because sometimes spirit's going to slap you in the back of the head and say, if you don't leave these people alone, or leave them alone, because they're going to continue to show them they're not on your path anymore. I don't care if it's your mother, brother, cousin, sister, spouse. If you have to let them go so your spirit and your body can become lighter, because your spirit hates to exist in such a dense body that is so tied to this matrix, it's not even funny. It doesn't like it. So if these miraculous things that are normal to your real self, such as the languages, such as telekinesis, such as telepathy, such as element bending, which are actually who you are, you have to let things go which do no longer serve you. And stop worrying about what people think about what you do, how you move, and who you love. Because when you are looking at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day, and you have said, I have made decisions for myself to make myself happy, that is the only thing that's important. Not the convo others are having about you. It's the one you're having about yourself that is creating your reality. Besides that, like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate y'all subscribing to my channel. Continue to share these videos. I'm going to continue to make my videos. I'm going to be doing channeling, DNA activations, all kinds of stuff. I got many things coming for as long as we have this internet in this reality, which I don't think it's long at all. That's just me. But what do y'all think about this? What has your experience been with your family or your friends or your spouse? Are you in a situation that you need to leave? Or have you left a situation and your life has miraculously got better because you took that step and you trusted in yourself? What is it? Let me know.